Welcome back to the Sports Perspective TV viewers and subscribers. As always, thank you for tuning in. Do appreciate you taking your time out to watch the video and interacting with the videos as well. Now, after winning the second T20, on the back of a brilliant bowling performance by the entire bowling lineup, West Indies have secured the series victory. So now going into this third T20 against South Africa, there's no doubt in my mind that they will be making changes to their lineup to face South Africa in the third T20. Giving players that haven't gotten an opportunity to play thus far in the series to get some game time. But the big question now is, yes, players will be coming in, but who will they replace? Most of the players so far in the team have performed well. So it will definitely still be a tough task for the coaching staff in determining which players they should replace to bring in the players that they're going to be bringing in. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts. I'm giving you my expected starting lineup for the 30-20, talking about the players that I think will be replaced and definitely talking about the ones that will be coming in as well. Right. So as far as the players that will be coming in, obviously it will be Shimron Hetmyer, who hasn't gotten an opportunity to play thus far in the series. Fabian Allen as well. And Obed McCoy. I expect those three players to come in for sure. Definitely to come in. Johnson Charles is also on the bench. But I have my doubts as to whether or not he will get an opportunity to play. The coaching staff might give him an opportunity to play, or they might not. However, I don't have him in my starting lineup. I think they will continue with Athenias and Shai Hope at the top of the innings. Just again, in terms of forward looking, you already know what Charles can do. Again, and this is just my opinion. And Athenias, he's come in and played well. And Shai Hope, he's been the top scorer for the team so far, getting a half century in the first match and a 40 in the second match, right? So I think they will go with the same opening pair. However, if Charles comes in, it will more than likely be for Hope. Again, because Athenias, they included Athenias in the team to see what he could do in the T20 format. So I think they will give him an opportunity to play in this match as well. So if there's any change made in the opening pair, it would be for Shai Hope. But as far as my lineup, it's Shai Hope and Athenias. Right? At 3 is still on Nicholas Pooran. At 4, I have Raston Chase tentatively. A part of me is thinking that they might replace Raston Chase with Fabian Allen. Obviously, Allen wouldn't bat at 4, but just in the overall lineup, they might replace Raston Chase with Fabian Allen. Just because Raston Chase, his bowling has not been up to par from the overs that he's bowled so far in the tournament, in the series. But I'll still, so tentatively, I'm going with Raston Chase at 4 anyways, but I wouldn't be surprised if a change is made there. At 5 is still Captain Ravman Powell. He's the captain, of course, and then he played a brilliant, a decent innings for us in the second T20. At 6, I have Shimron Hetmyer coming in for Sheriff and Rutherford. Now, Rutherford, I played a decent 29 off 18 in the second T20 as well, right? But the reason why I have Hetmyer coming in for him is not based on his performance, but if you remember back in the second T20, Rutherford actually came off the field. It seemed like he was hobbling a bit, not sure what the issue was, or if it's a serious injury. But if it's anything serious or anything that can be aggravated, I don't see them wanting to risk that, right? And as a result of that, I think they will give Hetmyer the nod over Rutherford in this match, right? Then Romario Shepherd, he will remain in the team, right? Because Shepherd is the fast bowling all rounder in the team, right? So Shepherd would be at number 7 for me. At number 8, I have Fabian Allen. So Fabian Allen would come in, and who Allen would come in for, in my opinion, is for Gudakesh Moti, and here's why. I think they will bring in Allen for Moti instead of Hossein. You know, he could come in for either Hossein or Moti, but here's why I think they will bring in him for Moti instead. Just because of what Hossein does for the team, right? So Hossein is that power play. He bowls in the power play, right? Up front for the team, you know, whereas Moti bowls usually bowls in the middle overs, right? So bringing in Allen into the team, you know, his bowling, I think it will be more suited for the middle overs. And because obviously, even though we've already won the series, you know, I'm sure they want to win all 3 matches, right? So I think, you know, Allen will come in for Moti instead, just because Akil Hossein's bowling in the power play at the top of the innings is still valuable. And Hossein can also come in and do his thing in the middle overs, as we saw in the second T20. And this is not a knock against Moti or anything. It's just that the rotation, the team still wants to keep that balance, you know, in their bowling lineup and give themselves, you know, viable options. And so I think, you know, like I said, Allen in for Moti. At number 9, you know, Akil Hossein still gets the nod. Shamar Joseph also still remain in the lineup. So I think Obed McCoy will come in for a Matthew Ford. Right? And here's why again, right? McCoy would come in for Ford instead of Shamar. I think they you know, obviously, well, both Ford and Shamar, you know, are players that they're both young, you know, so they're definitely players that they're looking forward to seeing bowl, you know, for the future as well. But I think Shamar more so than Ford, the team will give Shamar the edge over Ford, you know, for a few reasons. His pace, you know, he's been, even though he went for, it was a bit expensive in the first T20, you know, his consistency in terms of wicket taking so far in the series, you know, I think he has 5 wickets in the series so far, right? And you know, coming off the back of that brilliant performance in the second T20, and even in the first T20, it was only that last over that he bowled that was really terrible. You know, prior to going into the last over, I think he had bowled 3 overs for 16 runs, right? So really and truly, as far as Shamar's bowling goes so far in the series, he's only really had 1 bad over, right, in that first T20. So based on that, I think Shamar will get the edge over Ford, and McCoy will come in for Ford. So that's the playing 11 I would go with. You know, so Atenaze and Hope still opens. Pooran at 3. Chase at 4 tentatively, but I'm going to go with Chase. Ravman Powell, Shimron Hetmyer coming in for Rutherford. Romario Shepherd, Fabian Allen coming in for Gudakesh Moti. Akil Hossein, Shamar Joseph, and Obed McCoy. That's the starting lineup that I would go with. You know, definitely share your thoughts, you know, on my lineup and your thoughts about what lineup you would go with in the comment section as well. You know, as always, you know, this is just a forum, sharing our thoughts and discussing cricket in general. So at the end of the day, we have no final say in the lineup that Cricket West Indies puts out, and whatever team is put out, we should always support the team, right? So that's all I have for you in this video. You know, do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so as yet. You know, thank you, and I will see you in the next video.